welcome to a great hour of American wrestling. I tell you what, you all love the American wrestling, don't you? We've got a bit of some of the legends here today, and some of the newer ones as well, across the whole January, WWE, TNA, they're all here. So we've got something for everybody. We've got great merchandise, we've got some signed items. So you know what it's like, all you wrestling fans, I know you're all fanatical. It's great to have your company, by the way, here on TotallyShopping.tv. This is a great, unique sort of new shopping experience, really, bringing you loads of rare and unusual collectibles as well as some fabulous merchandise. But you know the score. If you see something you want, you must dive in there quickly. We don't have big stocks, and if you're not quick, you could miss out. Do remember, if you have an item sitting in your basket, until you press that buy button, you haven't secured it. And once you press that buy button, it'll give you all the options. This is sort of international postage and things like that. So great to have your company, but get ready and we'll show you some of the great items we've got in this hour of American wrestling. First of all, it don't come any bigger than the Hulk himself, does it? This is 100-166, of course, the legendary, the iconic, the man himself. You all love him, don't we? Hulk Hogan. And this is personally signed. It's not a copy, it's not a facsimile. Hulk Hogan has held this in his own fair hand and personally signed it. That's what makes it so really, really special. And everything that we bring you in this hour that is signed, it comes with the backing of the UACC, which is the Universal Autograph Collectors Club. Bit of a mouthful, I know, but managed to get through it. And of course, AFTAL as well. Now, those two trade organisations are in fact the biggest and the most sort of respected autograph trade associations in the entire world. So what it means is you'll get a certificate of authenticity with their details on. You'll also get, with it, you'll get the paperwork explaining often where it was signed and when it was signed. So basically, you can buy these items 100% assured that they are the genuine article. It's not like buying them genuinely on the internet. You don't know whether they're right or not. Sadly, a lot of them aren't. Here, you have that backing of those two massive trade organisations, and it gives you the example that it is 100% genuine. A lot of these items will come from Event, which many of you know, Event Merchandising, been pioneers in the world of wrestling, certainly in the UK and Europe for many, many, many years. And a lot of these, everything, a lot of these items actually come from their source, and they are all, of course, officially licensed and endorsed. So everything 110% pucker, as we say here in the UK. But if you love Hulk Hogan, many of you do, don't delay. We have really, really, really small stocks of that. As I said, the number for it, 100-166. As I say, great image there of him when he's sort of legendary, listening to the crowd, singing his name. Of course, it's the legendary Hulk Hogan. As I said, that is personally signed. It's not a facsimile, it's not a print, it's not anything else. It's not been signed with a funny pen, one of those with a printed autograph on. Hulk Hogan held that in his hand and personally signed it. So it really is a fabulous piece. Of course, now he's retired as well, become even more difficult to get. So probably what's happened, the value of his signature has started to increase simply because there's more and more people trying to get it, and there's less and less available on the market. So it actually has a huge interest. But if you love your wrestling, everybody loves Hulk Hogan, so you really can't go wrong with that. Fabulous item. Look at that. There he is in all his splendour, enjoying the praise of the crowd, which was always huge and massive, wasn't he? I mean, he's a star as well. We know that, the American wrestling, the WWE, the TNA now, it's on almost all over the world. It's massive. I know when they come to England, I've had the pleasure through Martin Goldsmith and the Event and the guys at TNA sort of more recently to sort of go behind the scenes and meet the wrestlers. I've met a few of them over the years. But when they do those tours, I mean, the fans, I know particularly here in the UK, they're so passionate and dedicated. They go absolutely crazy when they see these guys. And this guy has been top of the tree for many years. He's a legend, he's an icon, and if you're quick, I tell you what, that could be hanging on your wall, could be a great gift for a member of your family who loves their wrestling. Really can't go wrong. It's 100-166. It's Hulk Hogan there, look, Great mounted. It comes to you mounted, ready to just slip in a frame and hang on your favourite wall. Great gifts. All of these, really are. £74.95. And as you see, the UK postage is on the screen. But as I said, if it's sitting in your basket, once you press the buy button, it will give you all the options as to what it will cost and to get it to the country that you want it sent to. Because I know it could be anywhere in the world with Hulk Hogan. He is massive. But we've got to move on because we've got lots to show you. But moving from Hulk Hogan to what we call a TNA Impact Wow pack. Yes, wow. This is 100168. What have we got here? Well, we pick it up. First of all, I'll pick this up. Look, we've got the TNA Impact bobble hat. Look, can't go wrong. So you're getting the bobble hat. That will keep you warm. There you go. Look, should we put that there? That will stand up. Yep, there we are. Look, magic. So that's your TNA bobble hat. Then you get the silk scarf. These all official licensed and endorsed product. So you put that on. Let's have it on. Look, here we go. Look, here, you can't go back, can you? Don't give me no jip, because I'm in the mood today. Sorry, that's me pretending. But look, there it is, TNA Impact Wrestling scarf. And then also in here, just get my hand out the way. Here, of course, is the tour program for the last tour, which in fact was also, this is the Maximum Impact tour this year in 2016. This is the one at the start of the year when they came over and they were in Manchester, London and Birmingham. And as you can see, it's got all the details. Now, what's so special about this also is it of course commemorates the final tour and the final throw of the dice, if you like, for this guy, the Olympic champion and the true legend of WWE and TNA, none other than Kurt Angle. This was his final swan song. So it's always going to be something that's really desirable and collectible for a fan. Really is. If you look through here, we'll just skim through here, as you can see some of the boys. There's the Beer Money, Bram there. Great images, aren't they? There they are. You want to argue with any of these guys, would you? Then we've got the some of the girls there, Dollhouse. That's made up of Jade, Rebel. What have we got? Jade, Rebel, of course. The old Kong, of course. You wouldn't have an argument with her, would you? Dear, oh dear. And then you got Marty Bell. Over here we have Drew Galloway, the Scottish lad, who's really done well since he was taken up by TNA and everybody. A couple of the up-and-coming guys here, EC3, Eli Drake. They're all guys that are sort of frightening hell. Eric Young, been around a long time. Gal Kim. You've got them all in here. It's a great souvenir of the occasion, look. And that comes, and of course, there's Kurt Angle, the man himself, and Lashley. So basically, just to recap, you'll get in the tour program. Look at that, the tour program. There it is. I'll lay that down, be easier. Then you get in the TNA Impact hat, and then last but not least, you're getting this official TNA scarf. All three of those for that special price. Now, normally that wouldn't be sold in that. This is a specially created exclusive package purely for TotallyShopping.tv. It really is a great package, and any fan would just love that. They really would. You couldn't go wrong. Also with that, to be honest, you could, if you've got a few wrestling fans in the family, maybe you're buying for your children or your grandchildren, nieces, nephews, things like that. Anything like that is great, because if you've got a few in the family, you've got 3 gifts. All of those really would be welcome. You could wrap them up. Christmas not that far away. I'll tell you what, you've got 3 gifts in one, or if you want to be generous, give them all free. But a great price for that. I mean, you know the programs and things, what they cost. That is a great price point for that, and something that normally would never be sold in that way. We don't have big stocks of these. As I say, we managed to get some of the remaining stock from the event merchandising, but once it's gone, that is it. There aren't too many. And that particular tour program, as I said, with Kurt Angle retiring, that is always very popular. You really can't go wrong with that. So do have a think about that. If you're buying for someone, can't go wrong. Keep them all happy with that. That's your TNA Impact Wow pack. Look at that, all those great items. The number again, 100168, and you get the knitted hat, the bobble hat there with a TNA impact on. You get the tour scarf there, so you can look a real cool dude. Maybe you're going to go wrestling again when they come over, can't go wrong. And then, of course, you got the tour program. All three of them items, $23.99. Great price. And remember, in that format, it is exclusive to Totally Shopping TV, so you've got to get in there quickly. We're going to move on, because there's more. Now, this time, again, what can we say about this guy? He used to always be a good guy, didn't he? But he's sort of drifted around, sort of was massive in WWE, went to TNA, but he's become a bit sort of, I don't know, is obnoxious the word? Controversial without doubt. This is 100169, and this is, of course, Jeff Hardy. Here you're getting the baseball cap and that DVD, all for that price. Now, you know, a lot of these items in their own right, these DVDs now, a lot of them sell for way in excess of their original prices, just because there's so many people want to own their own piece of the action. And once they're sold out, some of the older fights become more and more difficult to get. And of course, the prices often rise. So you're actually getting a DVD and a cap. Once again, this is exclusive in this format to this channel. So make a note of that name, totallyShopping.tv. While you're on the website as well, do have a little look around. Have a look at the other wrestling items we've got. There's some others on there that aren't necessarily in this show, and you will find that you can, you know, get some great items. And the most important thing of all, if you are watching, obviously, you know, whether it's on your laptop, your computer, or your mobile phone, the key thing is wherever you're looking at it, you're not going to get these items on any other shopping channel, certainly in the UK, and very unlikely even in mainland Europe. They are that hard to get, that rare, and these come basically from the horse's mouth. They come from an event who are the official merchandisers, have been for many years. So you've got no qualms, no doubts. You know you're getting the real thing. And as we said, when we talk about autographs, these are held in the hand and personally signed. They're not copies, they're not facsimiles, they are genuine autographs. But they're going back to Jeff Hardy. I mean, he's become quite a controversial character, isn't he, recently? But you can't go wrong. Still very popular and always been a great wrestler. But look at that. You're getting the baseball cap there, and you're getting the DVD, all for that terrific price. Look, can't go wrong. And as I say, should we have a look at this cap? I'm sure it don't come in Gaza size, but as you can see, it's really cool. Hey, baby, don't give me no jip. Look. So my director just said I look like a music rapper, but a failure one, I think, but never mind. Look at that. Hey, don't give me no jip, man. I'll come and get you. Do I look fearsome? No? Okay, give up. Do I? I'm getting all sorts of insults. I wish you couldn't hear this. But anyway, we'll put that back because it looks better there. But as I say, you're getting the baseball cap and you're getting the DVD, all for that great price. And once again, it is exclusive to this channel. You won't get it in this format available anywhere else. And we don't have big stocks, so once they've gone, there are no more. That's the key thing. Get in there quick. And do remember, if you've got it sitting in your basket, you could miss out until you press that buy button. You could miss out. We don't want to let you down, but we don't have big stocks. And if you don't actually get in there quick, you could lose out. Very important. And remember, once you press that buy button and you've confirmed your purchase, looked at the various countries of origin you want it sent to, countries that you want it sent to, you'll get the postage. And as soon as you press the actual buy button and confirm the sale, you will get an email sent back confirming everything to you. So it's that simple. But moving on, and of course, we were looking at the tour program earlier, but this is something a little special. This is 100170, and this is again the Maximum Impact tour program, but it's personally signed by Beer Money and the Wolves and Trevor Lee. And the price there, £64.95. Now I'm going to pick this up because in here we can have a little look at these autographs because that is really special. Let me just put that down there a minute. But in here, you've got the tour program. Now, I was actually there when this was done, so you can't get better proof of this. I can tell you where it was done, when it was done, and everything about it. Look at that. Signed in Birmingham on the leg of the last tour backstage. Then as we open it up, there you are again. We saw some of this earlier. If there's some of the images, but there are the personal signatures of Beer Money. Bobby Roode and James Storm. They came back together, didn't they, purely because of the sheer passion and demand from the fans. Obviously, they both set the world alight elsewhere, but they came back to TNA. They did this tour. It's all they've all broken up again, but again, when they're together, they really do get the crowd rocking and rolling, don't they? A great pairing, they really are. Well, that's the two signatures there of Beer Money. Remember, they're hand signed. I can tell you all of that information, by the way, will come out with the item. So when you get it will tell you that you know where it was signed, when it was signed, and all that will be wrapped up with the certificate of authenticity and the lifetime guarantee that you get with this. So you know when you get it, it really is the real thing. And look at that. Everybody loves Beer Money, don't they? We had a good joke with them actually as well. I'll move this on and try and show you some of the other signatures, because let me just turn this around 1 minute. I know we've got the Wolves in here as well as signed. Yeah, they were saying about, you know, we saying to them, do you like the English beer? And they said, yeah, they do. It's actually also signed by Mark Andrews. There it is, the Englishman who did really well in the what did we have when we had the event in England where they won? What was it called? The boot camp, wasn't it? Can't think straight. He of course was the winner of that, but again of one of the sort of the entourage of very successful English wrestlers that are making their way up in the sport and making a name for themselves in TNA. So let me just turn this on again. And let's have a look. You've got all the images, and then shortly you'll find the Wolves, wherever they are. There we are. There's the Wolves. Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards, they fought in Britain quite a bit before they eventually, I should say, got taken up by TNA on contract. But great characters again. And if you love Wolves, keep watching, because there's something different as well. But that's their signatures as well. So you've got all these signatures. Look at that. Eddie Edwards, Davey Richards, they signed it. And then further on, you've also got Trevor Lee. So in actual fact, you've got a bonus signature in this of Mark Andrews as well. You've got Beer Money, there's Trevor Lee. Moving back again. There's the Wolves. And then further on, we've got, of course, Beer Money. So it's a great item. You've got all those signatures. Let me just turn this around. Any fan would absolutely adore to have this. And these guys really are so popular. Beer Money, one of the most popular and sort of iconic tag teams ever. And of course, one of the most successful. Yeah, I think it was Bobby Roode said, I said, have you managed to get a taste for English beer yet? And they went, because of course, American beer normally is quite chilled. And they said, no. He said, what it is, he said, basically, he said, but he drinks it and I pay for it. But he said they do still prefer their beer with a lot more ice in it. But no, they haven't sort of fallen in love with English bitter, as you put it, yet. But a right pair, great fun, great characters, and one of the most popular tag teams in the history of the sport. 100, 170 will bring you what is a fabulous gift. If you know someone, you want to buy them something special and they love their wrestling, you couldn't go wrong with that. And look at the price. You're getting all those signatures there, remember, for that price point. Really cannot go wrong. 100, 170. It's your Maximum Impact it's a 2016 tour. Again, more importantly as well, this is the final swan song of that legend Kurt Angle. So the program itself is very sought after. And to get all those signatures in there, just to remember, you've got Bobby Roode, James Storm, of course, as the one and only, the TNA tag team, Beer Money. Then you've got the Wolves, another great tag team. You've got Trevor Lee, and you've also got Mark Andrews. It's a fabulous item, it really is, and any fan would just love you forever if you bought them that. really would. 100170, can't go wrong, can you? For that fabulous item, the 2016 tour programme signed by Beer Money, the Wolves, and Trevor Lee and Mark Andrews, £64.95. I should tell you, this is extremely low in stock. So if you want it, please don't delay. Don't want to disappoint you, but I definitely cannot bring that back again. That's how it is important. If you want these collectibles, you have to move fast. Otherwise, you could miss out. But we'll move on. There's more. And moving on from sort of legends and the programme, we move on back to the man himself. This is one of the great pieces of merchandise we have here from event merchandising, or the TNA Eurostore, as they're also known as. This, of course, is, I'll give you the number first, it's 100167, and here you've got the Hulk Hogan hoodie. The old, really good if you're a street cat or a really cool dude walking around the streets, you got to have this on. And if you're just a big fan, keep you warm. They can't go wrong. But the quality of these also is really good. Remember, everything you see is officially licensed and endorsed merchandise from TNA via, of course, in our case, the guys who run the licensing here in the UK, which of course is event merchandising, and they have the store of TNA Eurostore. These are the guys, if you've been to the wrestling in the UK when they do the tours, these are the ones who are selling all the merchandise on site. And if you've been there, I tell you, it's an eye-opener. If you haven't been, it's like about 8 deep for several hours before it begins till the event closes. You cannot get near the stands. The passion and the determination from you fans to get your hands on something really cool is just immense. And maybe you're one of them people who couldn't get near the bleat in front of the queue. I know what they're like. You can't get near it. There's so many people. This is your chance. If you missed out, again, your chance to actually get one of these. They're all really good sizes. This particular one, because some of them already sold out, is only available, as you can see there, in medium, large or extra large. So if you're one of them sizes, then you're laughing. Could be yours. But imagine, maybe when you go to the wrestling, maybe when you go to the gym or something, wear that, everybody would keep out your way, wouldn't they? Maybe, I don't know, also here in the UK, we've now got the Al Snow Academy, these new gyms for sort of young guys to try and help them to develop with the sport, sort of almost like sort of like an academy, really, that have been set up here in the UK. And you may well know, and there's one near where I live in Croydon in Surrey, and I know it's the Al Snow Academy. A lot of the top wrestlers use it, but it's great to see that really taking off in the UK. Absolutely superb. But if you're a Hulkmania fan or a Hulk Hogan himself, the man himself, can't go wrong with that. Again, any fan would love that. A great gift. So if you're buying for someone or you're thinking about it, if you know someone who loves their wrestling, can't go wrong. He is an iconic legend in the sport. And that hoodie, well made, keep you warm, keep you cool. When you walk down the streets, everybody's going to think, wow, look at that. And you can tell them you got it on that channel that brings you all these great and unusual, rare collectibles and merchandise, totallyshopping.tv. There ain't no one else doing what we do here, baby. So you can go out there and you can tell them where you're getting these great gifts and where they need to be tuning in quickly. It's a great item, really is. 100167. It's your Hulk Hogan hoodie there, but only available in medium, large or extra large. Great price as well for that. The quality is real tip top. You know, some of this street clothing that you wear these days, it's not cheap. It's actually quite expensive because the quality is superb, and that's what you get in there. So do not delay. 100167. Fabulous item there of the Hulk himself, Hulk Hogan hoodie, and at that price, $27.99. You really, anyone you buy it for, it's going to love you to bits. Can't go wrong. So wherever you live in the world, you want to be seen with that if you love your wrestling, don't you? Moving on and back to a few more signatures. Well, again, I need to tell you, all of these are extremely small stocks. So if you see what you want, you must get in quickly. First of all, we have there the man himself, signed in that gold pen. I was actually with him when this was signed. This is 100171. This was signed on that tour by the man himself, Kurt Angle's. and signed at Birmingham. So I know you can tell you where and when it was signed. And you see he's put on there a gold 1996, which relates, of course, when he won the Olympic gold medal for the USA before he turned to the professional wrestling ring. It's a fabulous item and personally signed by Kurt Angle. Obviously, the thing about that as well is now that he's actually retired, that has become something that everybody wants to get their hands on. And to have that with the gold pen, it really looks stunning. And not only that, it gives you the opportunity to get your hands on something that he's signed towards the end of his career on his last ever tour. That certainly adds to its sort of, its collectability, the fact it's so desirable, and it's sort of the wrapping up of this long and very, very, very successful career. I mean, world champion numerous times, both for WWE and for TNA. The guy is a true legend. What a great wrestler he was, and what a great servant to the sport. There he is, the man himself, an absolute legend. Probably, in my opinion, possibly the biggest legend ever. 100171, Kurt Angle there. Great image of him, as of course with that great photo with his, as I say, fabulous signed piece. Remember, this is personally signed. That's not printed. Don't make the mistake of thinking these are printed or facsimile. When we say personally signed, we mean the relevant wrestlers held it in hand and personally signed it just for you. That's why it's so special. That's why there's so few of them. You can't hang around, because otherwise you're going to miss out. That is an absolute diamond, well, I would say it's a diamond. Can't go wrong. But it really, really popular, so do not miss out, because once it's gone, I can't bring you any more of those back. So if you're a Kurt Angle fan, which millions and millions of you out there, get in quickly for that. And if you're buying for someone, they're going to love you forever. 100171, Kurt Angle there. The photo, a great colour photograph, personally signed again with a gold pen, and he's added the 1996, which I said earlier, relates to when he won the gold medal at the Olympic Games in 1996. So grab that while you can, otherwise you're going to be disappointed. And do remember again, if you do have something sitting in your basket, till you press that buy button, you haven't secured it. You could miss out. And it's really important with these rare signed items, particularly. If you don't get in there quickly, you could be snatched from you. So do keep, remember, once it's sitting there, buy, and it's yours, and secure it. And remember, you get the email, comes back straight away confirming your purchase. Now, moving on from Kurt Angle, who's a legend, to an Englishman. Many of you will remember him from his days over here on the TV. Do you remember he used to be on Gladiators? And of course, that is none other than Magnus. That was his name. I actually had the honour, I did feel quite honour, of meeting him at Wembley when he first went over to TNA backstage. And he claimed I was the first interview or the first chat he'd had. And he is a lovely guy, because he would have that sort of mysterious, hard-looking man image when he was on the Gladiators. And then suddenly he was plucked from that and taken back to what was always his first love, which of course was professional wrestling. His real name was Nick Aldis, which is what he signed it as, Nick Magnus Aldis. But of course, he is now actually back wrestling in the UK and around Europe with the new regime which started up, and which his name for a minute has totally escaped me. But I know that you probably know there's quite a few of the guys now wrestling around Europe. He's one of them, and obviously so he's come back a bit nearer home. But a great wrestler, ended up TNA world champion. He really did make a statement when he went over there. But before he actually went on to Gladiators in the UK, he was actually a professional wrestler in the UK. Went over there, he had that famous image of giving it all that, like, oh, don't mess with me, baby. One of them looks, but not with the American accent, don't mess with me like that. But he is a great guy, really nice fella, nice guy, and of course set the world alight when he went over to TNA and achieved the ultimate honour of being world heavyweight champion, well, the TNA world champion. champion. There he is, Nick Aldis, as of course his name, of course TNA was always Magnus, and there it is, personally signed, 100172, and a great price, £49.99. I've seen him at a couple of the conventions in the UK, and he's always really, really popular. It's a lovely guy, and always got plenty of time for his fans as well. So if he's on, if you find he's touring around or wrestling you, do go up and say hello. Couldn't wish to meet a nicer guy. And also one hell of a wrestler. But there he is, Nick Aldis as Magnus, 100172. Could be yours. Great item. Once again, personally signed, and again we can tell you where it was signed and when it was signed. And remember, if you are joining us during this hour, welcome to the family here at TotallyShopping.tv. Great to have your company. But what we do here, all our signed items, well, 99% of them were either signed in person when I or somebody was in front of them, or they actually come with the backing of the UACC and AFTAL. They're the top two trade organisations in the entire world. You can't get better backing than that. So you can buy them knowing you're getting items that are 100% genuine and with the very best provenance there is. Moving on from Magnus, we're going across to the ladies. Whoa, this lady was hot, still is. 173. This is Tori Amos, again a very successful wrestler on the TNA and WWE scene, particularly with TNA. Now also wrestling around Europe a fair bit, and always very popular, very charming. Again, a very lovely lady. Always. I know she's done one or two of these conventions, always been extremely popular because she's just basically a friendly, lovely lady and also well respected by all the fans. 173, fabulous item there. Tori Amos, and again, personally signed in the silver pen there. You see she's written some of the titles that she's won down the side as well. So there it is. Great one. Any of these ready to just take out, put them in a mount, put them frame on your wall, or whether it's your home or a business, wherever it is, they're going to turn heads, and whoever you buy them for is going to love you to bits. Believe me, they will love you to bits. Look at that. Do remember also, if you are sitting looking at this show, do on the top of the home page, you'll see there's a button for catch up. So basically, if you look at that catch up button, that means you can watch this show or any other many collectible shows and the great shows that we bring you here on TotallyShopping.tv. We have a lot of a policy almost to invite new and innovative businesses that maybe have never had the opportunity to showcase their talent and their products in a TV environment before. We try to give them that opportunity here at TotallyShopping.tv. And if you think you fall into that category, maybe have a shopping cottage style sort of I don't know, or a small business, you go to the trade fairs, you think it's time to sort of spread the word, do give us a call, get in touch, and we'd love to hear from you. And maybe we can give you an opportunity to showcase your products around the world to a new audience, an international audience via here. So we'd love to hear from you. But more importantly, from my perspective, you love your wrestling, don't delay. And do remember, have a little look at there, that catch up button. You can watch any of these shows at your convenience in your home or in your office, wherever, whenever you want. That's the great thing. But moving on from, of course, signed photographs to something very different again, going back to our merchandise. And what have we got here? Oh, who's that? Someone, oh my God. Yes, it's the Wolves. 174. That wolf's got a sore throat, I think, but never mind. You've got, with this, you're getting the Wolves t-shirt and you're getting the baseball cap that's above. Now, again, this is exclusively put together for TotallyShopping.tv. You won't find this sold in this format anywhere else. It is exclusive to us. And if you know the prices of these products, you know very well that is a very, very competitive price point for that. The Wolves, very popular tag team. They were slick, they were quick, you know, they were really move around the ring, and they really got the audience and all the fans buzzing. Again, I saw them in Birmingham, really good wrestling. They're so fast. They're a great team to watch. And again, there you are. You could wear that whether you're going out with your mates, your friends, or if you're going to see a wrestling event. You're going to look really cool. And do remember, all of these items of merchandise are official licensed merchandise with they're officially licensed and endorsed by TNA or WWE if it's with them. They're all official product. So if you see something here, you can buy safe in the knowledge it is the real thing. Ours come from my old friend Martin Goldsmith, who's a legend in the business. Many of you know. We'll try and get him on one or two of our shows, actually, to keep watching. We hope to bring you some interviews and some snippets with some of the many wrestlers we've met as well. So keep watching, keep looking, tell your family, tell your friends, because you don't want to miss out. And remember, the great thing about this, wherever you are in the world, you just press that catch up button and you can watch the shows at your convenience. It's a great new innovative way to watch your TV and of course to get some fabulous bargains coming to you in your home from totallyShopping.tv. But if you're a big fan of the Wolves, who's that? Someone here, not sure who, but it could be yours. 100174, the Wolves t-shirt and the baseball cap. What a pair. Yes, you do get something for a pair here. Great price for that, £24.99. And once again, in this format, it is exclusive to us here at totallyShopping.tv. We don't have, again, big stocks of any of these, so please dive in quickly. With this one, I do believe we have this in all sizes, so that means it will be small, medium, large, extra large, and even extra large. So even Gaza can be fitted out in one of these and look a real cool. Couldn't I walk along my Wolves t-shirt? Probably the biggest wolf I've ever seen, but anyway, that's another story. But whatever your size you've got, if you're quick, you should be lucky and be able to get the one that suits you. And with the baseball cap, great buy, terrific pairing, and that it's one of the most popular tag teams for many years. 100174, the Wolves t-shirt and the baseball cap there. Together you get the pair of those for that fabulous price, £24.99. Cannot go wrong. Really is a great buy. Look at that. Now, moving from the Wolves, moving on again. We've tried to bring you a few different items because he's so popular. But we've managed to grab a few of these. Again, you'll see it's not in all sizes. We haven't got it in XXL anymore. But this is 100175, and this is Hulkmania. Great t-shirt. Look at that. I love that one. I like those sort of ones with just a message. But great one, this. Again, available in small, medium, large, and extra large. Could be yours. Great t-shirt, and again, if you know the prices, a very competitive price for you there. Once again, there aren't too many of these left. I mean, the Hulk is so popular. I mean, I was talking to Martin Goldsmith last week about some of these items. He's the guy who is the director of TNA, been around the industry for years. I'm sure many of you know the name and everything. And when you go to the wrestling events in the UK, he's the guy who puts together all those fabulous merchandise stands with all those incredible items. But normally you fight and you can't get near them. You need to be a wrestler to get to the front or get there early. But it's amazing. All of the items he gets, as I say, are official, licensed and endorsed TNA, in this case, merchandise. Hulk obviously retired now, but he'll always be very fresh in the mind of wrestling fans literally worldwide. I remember Martin telling me once that he was taking the Hulk to to sort of a meeting in London. And there was a load of tourists there from Asia. And when they saw him, all the businessmen getting ready to go in the coach, they all put down their bags and they went crazy. They go, "Oh, it's the Hulk!" And it's like he almost got bombarded. It was unreal. They went mad when they saw him because he has that massive interest. You can't beat him. Great guy and a true legend. But if you want a bit of Hulkmania, there it is. You can't go wrong. 100175. For that great t-shirt there. And again, available in small, medium, large and extra large, and a great price, £18.50. Get it while you can. Really is superb. Now, staying with the Hulk, we also have a different option, a different T-shirt, but this particular one, the next one coming up, is, there it is for you, 100 176. This is just says Hulk Hogan T-shirt, but it's actually Hulk Still Rules. You've got the image of him on your chest with the message, the Hulk Still Rules. Who'd argue with that? This is 100 176. This particular one is available in small, medium, large, extra large, and extra, extra large. But look at that, great graphics. You can honour the man himself, the king of the ring. You can walk around with that on your chest with pride. Tell your fans, make a statement. Tell them that you still love and will always remember the legend that is Hulk Hogan. The Hulk Still Rules. True, true, true. And again, at the moment, if you're quick, that is still available in all sizes. That's small, medium, large, extra large, and extra, extra large. So that's like, whoa, it even fits me. So if you're worried, it'll fit you, I'm sure. Great item. Do remember when you're ordering, make sure you state your sizes. And as I say, if you've got any of these items just sitting in that basket, I want to keep nagging you, but until you've pressed the buy button, you haven't secured it. You could miss out. And we don't have huge stocks. The merchandise, again, always really, really popular. So don't lose out. Got to make sure that you dive in there quickly. And again, for Christmas coming up, birthdays, you know, different events, could be maybe you've got somebody in the family who's done well in exams, you want to reward them for that. Maybe they're retiring. I mean, wrestling is ageless, isn't it? If you're my age, you remember I grew up with the Dow Martins and the Superstar promotion, I think it was, that used to be on every Saturday afternoon on TV here in the UK. Shows my age, I know, but the wrestling has just gone. When the American wrestling took over, though, with all due respect, the English wrestling took a step back. But it's really fascinating now how English wrestling, I checked one weekend, I think there was 12 events on around the country. English wrestling is on a massive, it is flying. And it's great to see so many of the English wrestlers making their way around the world and fighting in TNA, WWE, places like that, because they're becoming that much, they're good enough to compete with the best in the world. And some of them have become the best in the world, like Magnus winning the world title. That's the thing. Give them, you know, great things. If you see wrestling going on in your local area, do look it up. Go along and see it. Often you'll see some of the well-known faces from the past on WWE, TNA, touring around Europe, fighting in these venues and hoping to build the occasion and the momentum for you, the fans. Well worth going, I tell you. As I say, if you're living in England, and particularly if you're living in London or Surrey, do check out those Al Snow academies of wrestling, doing so, so well. You can actually go there and mix with top ex-professional names. And they're basically building, the academy is all about building younger people, men and women, you know, girls, boys, the opportunity to fulfill their dream and become, who knows, the next Hulk Hogan, the next Kurt Angle, the next Magnus. Could be you. Check it out. But if you're a Hulk fan, have a little look at that. Hulk Hogan T-shirt there. Hulk Still Rules. How true. 100 176, £18 and 50p. And available in small, large, extra large, and extra, extra large. Can't go wrong. And moving on, and there's more. Moving on, of course, so this time we have another guy who's always been a handful, for want of a better description, Eric Young. He's loud, he's vociferous, quite fearsome, been on the TNA scene for quite some considerable time, wasn't he? This is Eric Young. This is 100 177, Fear the Beard. Don't mess with Eric Young. Not the biggest wrestler, but wow, and nor was Kurt Angle, come to that. But these guys competed with the best, no matter how big, no matter how strong they were. This guy always made sure they knew who Eric Young was, and they usually did, Fear the Beard. We've got a couple here. I'll whip for them quick. We're trying to get everything. We've got loads to show you. But that is Eric Young, that 100 177. Again, at the moment, that is available. I think most of these are available in all sizes. So it's small, medium, large, and extra, extra large. Check the website while you're there for the sizes, and you can get the one that suits you. 100 177, Fear the Beard with Mr. Eric Young. Great price for that, £15. That really is a superb price. Moving on. from Eric Young to, of course, again, another great one. This is the James Storm, one part of the Revolution. That's, again, there it is. Look at that. James Storm, a great guy. He's the half who tends to drink more of the beer, apparently, according to Bobby Roode. One half of course, Beer Money, who we saw earlier in the show. 100178. Again, very few of these left. This is the, we call it the USA Superstars Fab T-shirt. Fab T-shirt. But it's James Storm, the Revolution, often to have been seen riding his cart down to the ring, full of beer, getting in the ring, and, well, taking care of business, as you might say. Can't go wrong. 100178. This is James Storm, the Revolution. Fabulous T-shirt again, and a great price for that, £15. Cannot go wrong. Look at that. Really is something very, very special. Now, moving on again, because we've got more to show you. This is the guy who, I remember, he actually fought Kurt Angle at Birmingham when I saw, which was one of Kurt's, I think that was his penultimate fight, actually, for TNA. And again, he beat him, but he got a bit naughty that night, didn't he, if you were there? He's got a little bit out of hand, but never mind. Again, a big, powerful man. This is 100179. This is Bobby Lashley, commonly known as the Destroyer. Wow, look at that. You wouldn't want to mess with him, would you? He is a big, huge guy. As I say, a bit disappointed to see him maybe go a little OTT with Kurt Angle at Birmingham. If you're there, you've seen it on the screen, you know what we mean. Been on the TV and stuff, but you will know. But he is a powerful boy and making a real name for himself, of course, in the wrestling world generally. 100179. There it is. Look, the Destroyer, and the image of Bobby Lashley. Looks like there, he means business, baby. He really does. Can't go wrong with that. And a great, great price for that. Really is quite superb. But there's more. We better move on. And moving on, there we are. This, to me, is going to be one of the must-buys in this hour, because this is the T-shirt that sort of, if you like, was the wrapping up of the career of Kurt Angle. This was brought out, I believe, for the last UK tour, well, the European tour and stuff, when he was over here. And basically, obviously, Kurt Angle now retired after many, many years, as it says, honouring him as the Olympic gold medalist, and also the fact that he was world heavyweight champion, I believe, more than anyone else has ever been. Look at that. Great T-shirt. It's a piece of history, a piece of nostalgia that you can wear on your chest with pride. Look at that. 100180. It's the Kurt Angle there. Great, great T-shirt. Look, isn't that fab? I tell you what, whoever you buy it for, they'd love you to bits, wouldn't they? Just imagine Kurt Angle. He's great. When I met Kurt Angle for the first time, I said to him, I don't mean to be rude, but you're not as big as I imagine. And his comment, I won't use the adjectives, but he basically said, with a smile on his face, fortunately, I might not be that big, but I can put you back on the floor pretty quick. But I thought, yeah, I'm sure you could. So I just shook his hand nicely and stepped back quickly. But a lovely, lovely guy. 100180, the legend that was Kurt Angle, of course, now retired from TNA, fabulous wrestler. And there's been a lot of talk he might reappear in other places. As far as I'm aware, that isn't really happened yet, but I think we all hope that we haven't seen the last of the master that was Kurt Angle. 100180 there, fabulous T-shirt. Any fan would love that. And at the moment, but I reckon you'll have to be quick, it is available in small, medium, large, extra large, and even extra, extra large. So do not delay. Get that today. Otherwise, you could miss out. And moving on again, something different. There's another T-shirt for you. Look at this, 100181. This is the Fab T-shirt MVP 305. We all know what that means, don't you? Trouble come in. And again, I love the logo on that. The graphics are brilliant, aren't they? Look at that. Imagine, you could look really cool. You get yourself a whole wardrobe on here today with these great items. And remember, they're all officially licensed and endorsed. TNA merchandise, brought to you from event with the biggest name, well, one of the biggest names in Europe on licensed merchandising, but particularly with TNA. Originally they were WWE some time back, now been with TNA for quite some time, but they're the guys, when you go to the wrestling, if you see them in Europe and the UK, they're the ones selling and taking care of all the merchandise sales. And you know what it's like, if you've been, can't get near them stands, they're just so busy. So we've been very fortunate to get that here. So do remember, here on Totally Shopping TV, you see, you choose, and you enjoy. That's your privilege. And more importantly, you'll enjoy seeing and choosing items you ain't gonna see anywhere else, because very unlikely you'll find any of these great sort of items of collectibles and merchandise in any other shopping channel. You certainly won't see them on well, in your local shopping mall, unless you've got, maybe you're lucky enough to have a specialist outlet. You aren't going to see them. These are being brought to you in the comfort of your own home, through your laptop, your computer, your mobile phone, or of course maybe you're watching it in a hotel or a business, but wherever you're watching it, the choice is yours. But grab these items quick, because if you don't, you could miss out. That is the key thing. Do remember, we don't have huge stocks. Now you've seen it all. This is our final one, and again, this one taking you back to the story we spoke about earlier with, of course, my great mate, well, great mate, he is a mate, he's a lovely guy, with Nick Aldis, or as we all knew him at TNA when he became world champion, Magnus. This is 100182, and again, this is a great USA superstar fab t-shirt, none other than Magnus. Can't go wrong. And as we know him now, reverted back to his original name, his English name, of course, as a wrestler, which we all know him and love him as, is Nick Aldis. Occasionally wrestling around the UK and Europe again now, so keep your eyes out. Keep your eyes out for them events. There's some fabulous wrestling taking place. And as an Englishman, it's been amazing to see the huge upsurge in ability and the amount of wrestlers we've got now that are getting close and are already able to compete at top level with, with your top American wrestlers. It's amazing, it really is. To go out there, wherever you are. I know mainland Europe, we know like the Far East, a lot of wrestling, but certainly, TNA and WWE is worldwide. It's huge. And I know we've been talking to TNA, a lot of the fans were saying, next time they come over to Europe, can't we get them going to Italy and Germany and Spain and some of the other countries? I know they're intending and wanting to do that. It's just their schedules are intense. I think last time they were here, they landed one day, travelled through the night, they landed, they fought that next night. Well, they fought the night they landed, then they had the next day, then they're the next day, then they go back. It's the schedules, they're so much in demand, but I know that they are trying to take care of the fact of introducing the sport in the flesh to, some of more of mainland Europe particularly, and hopefully around the rest of the world where there's a huge demand for sort of TNA wrestling and the great icons of the game for many years. But if you're a Magnus fan, a lot of you out there, or even maybe remembering from the Gladiators day, Nick Aldis, there it is, 100182. You can't go wrong. Now, there's another little sort of surprise for you. Basically, if you order any 3 t-shirts in the show that we've had on, any 3 t-shirts, it will be a special price of £30. And not only will you get the £30, because we love you so much, this is an exclusive promotion that we've negotiated purely here on Totally Shopping TV. You'll also get one of these special TNA wrestling bags. So you get basically 3 t-shirts for the price of 2, and you'll get this cool bag, which I'll just turn it around, you can see, look, ready, it's a proper bag, you just put it in, pull it up, put your gear in, and use it as a shoulder bag. It's a great item, it really is. And so you're getting all of that for £30. Can't go wrong. That is an incredibly competitive price point, and you won't find it on anywhere else other than Totally Shopping TV. So tell your friends, let them know, because what they're missing, Totally Shopping TV, check it out on the internet, wherever you are in the world, go on there, see some fabulous collectibles, some fantastic products. and the opportunity to buy items you wouldn't normally see, certainly in the high street, and often, well, you ain't going to see it on any other shopping channel either. So giving you items that you'll probably never ever be able to see unless you go perhaps onto the one or two specialist websites. But here you can buy them. Also these special sort of exclusive lines where we've got the special packages like this, where you can buy 3 t-shirts and a bag for the price of 2. Can't go wrong, can you? That is incredible price. It really is. Can't go wrong. 100 184. They could be yours. Do not miss out. Let's have a quick look at some of them t-shirts again. I'll just put the bag down. We've got, of course, a Bobby Lashley, the Dark Destroyer himself. Let's have a look at that. There he is. Doesn't mess with it. Look, we'll drop it down. You can see the old front. There you are. He's sorry, he's on the run. Great item, innit? That's Bobby Lashley. That's one of the t-shirts. Remember, they're available, most of them are available in all sizes, small, medium, large, extra large, and extra, extra large. That's Bobby Lashley. This is the one that I think you've got to get. If you love wrestling, buying for someone, believe me, you can't go wrong with this. This, of course, is the legendary Kurt Angle's, look, and the special t-shirt that was done for his last tour, honouring him as an Olympic world gold medalist for America, for USA, and of course world heavyweight champion, I understand, more than any other wrestler in history. Look at that. That's another one of them. Could be your choice. I'll put this down. And then we've got, of course, there we go, look. That's Fear the Beard. That, of course, Mr. Eric Young, the fearsome, gruesome man. He turns heads, he turns out, he's a hell of a handful in the ring. Been around a long time, but there he is, Fear the Beard. That's Eric Young. Or one of the other ones, of course, is, where are we? We've got the, look at that. Look, that's the MVP 305. Great graphics on that, isn't it? I'll put that down. And then we have, of course, the revolutionary, look at that, the Revolution, look, the Revolution, of course, which is James Storm. That's another one you can pick from. And then, of course, the one we just saw, which is Magnus, and, of course, the Dictator. On the back, I'll show you, on the back it's got the Victory Magnus. So that's great. Look, there's the back and there's the front. Choice is yours. You can get your hands on any 3 of those, basically for the price of 2. And you're going to get this great bag, but you will only get that on Totally Shopping TV. It's a special promotional launch, sort of, competition, really. Not a competition, sorry, a promotion that we've negotiated for, a special sort of giveaway, really. But if you see something like that, you've got to be quick. Listen, it's great to have your company. Keep watching here. See you soon. Bye-bye.